Hey folks, this is Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge, and it is Monday morning. Well, it's almost noon already, and I got a package in the mail all the way from Moscow. So let's open this up, see what's inside, and I'll share it with you. And then I'm going to go back to working on my $10 and less video of slip joint knives. So we'll be looking at that. Well, it should come up Tuesday for $10 Tuesday. So keep watching this channel and keep watching this video right now. Now, as it says right here, sharpening supplies from Russia. So this is from GRITOMATIC, and I got to cover up the addresses, so you're not going to see this for a few seconds here because I didn't take my marker and cover up the addresses, so I've got to just keep it off camera a little bit, if I remember. Woohoo! Not too fond of these things, but they do protect stuff inside the packages. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. Now that's a good number. I live at number 7 on my street. That's my house number. I kind of like that. So he sent me these because they've got these new products at GRITOMATIC, and they are these narrow stones. And anytime you're sharpening smaller knives, and I really like, tiny knives, it's easier to sharpen them if you've got smaller stones. And so these are new stones that they're having in stock. And, they've got their name on these. And, they're also good for recurve blades. Even a flat narrow stone is really good for a recurve blade. A slightly curved narrow stone, they've got some of those too, especially some diamond ones. They cost a little bit more. So if your budget is tight and you've got either tiny knives or recurve knives, these are the kind of stones you're going to want to get. But first I want to see what's in this package. It looks like it's some compound. And okay, that's just some Russian information that I must read through a translator app. Oh, my Russian accent's terrible. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult anybody. We're Canadians. We're always sorry for everything we do. Even if it's not something to be sorry for, we're still sorry. This is, I think, a chart of different grits, but it's also in Russian, so I'm going to have a tough time with it, especially since the font is so very small. So this is, looks like it's 0.520, probably microns. I will email my contact at GRITOMATIC and get the full information on this. It's either a stropping compound. I don't think it's a sharpening compound. Bet you it's a stropping compound, so we'll see. Put that aside. Also, this is made by Venev, and you've seen some of my videos from Venev products. That's where I've got this is the company that's made some of the diamond infused stones that I have, and I like them very, very, very much. Oh, there's a hole in the bottom, or I didn't put it in right. Oh, okay, I just put it under that strap. So there we go. Let's put that aside, and let's turn these over and take a look. The only package that has some writing on it is this one. So here we go. 120 is what's stamped on there. GRITOMATIC silicone carbide, and then the ... That's for recurve blades, 120 grit. And as you can see, it has an aluminum backing on it, so it holds on to, you can have it hold on to just about any kind of system that will hold on to a aluminum piece of this shape. It seems a little thicker than some that I'm used to. The stone is definitely thicker. And this is made in Russia there, 120. That will take care of taking down some badly sharpened knives to get them back into profile. So we've got 120 grit here. And let's go on this side. This one is a Chaucera 600. Now this is my first Chaucera stone, to be absolutely honest with you. I've heard a lot about Chaucera stones, especially if you talk to, or if you watch Perfection. gentleman out of California who's got a channel where he does kitchen knives mostly, and he does hand sharpening. He really likes the Chaucera stones, and so this is a Chaucera 600. And we'll research that some more, and I'm going to give you reviews on what I think of these things. Here's a Fiji 8000, sorry. Oh yes, that is super smooth to the touch. 8,000 grit. Imagine that. So we've got that guy. This green one is a Chaucera, just so I don't get the glare on there, I'll take it out. A Chaucera 1000. Feels very nice. They've chamfered off the edges here. That's really good touch. That's just another sign of quality, because if you have a sharp corner here, chances are higher that you can start to chip the stone if you hit it the wrong way. Like, just accidentally knock it on something. So they've chamfered the edges on those. This one here is a Hayabusa 4000. Talk about a really nice stone. This one accidentally got a little bit of a chip in shipping. That happens, you know, things move around, and you know, these things are somewhat fragile, and that's why he used you know, all of these in the shipping. And that's not a big deal. I'm not going to complain about that at all. But the Hayabusa 4000 is a nice stone. And finally, there's this stone, and I'm going to have to get the information from, because there's no other sheet in here saying what this is. So, oh, this one's got shrink wrap around it, and this one's got very thin aluminum backing. Oh, this is a leather strop. That's why. This is leather. I'm not going to need him to tell me what this is, because it is leather. And I've done some stropping recently using my sharpening system, and I've been testing it out with different types of wood. One of my viewers sent me some pieces of MDF and some other wood, and put some stropping compound on it. And yes, you can strop with your fixed sharpening system, which is kind of cool. You can, you just make sure that, you know, if you have your knife there and you're stropping, you only strop in this direction. You don't strop in that direction, because then you cut that up. And you get your angle very, very accurate. You just slide down when you're stropping using leather on a fixed piece like this. So let's put these things back in front of the screen here, in front of the camera, I should say. So you'll be seeing these things soon, and I will reiterate once I'm reviewing these that if you're working on, you know, sharpening something, you have to adjust for the thickness of whatever you're using. And some people forget that when they're sharpening. And if you just take, you know, this stone, you know, you've stropped it up to this 1000, and say that's as high as you want to go, and then you want to go, sharpen to 1000, and then you want to go to stropping. If you don't adjust the thickness, you know, then this is at a different angle, and you won't be stropping your cutting edge. You'll be stropping, you know, the corner of the main bevel, or you'll be stropping just the, let me see, if it's thinner, that means it's going to be a higher angle, which means you'll be just stropping the cutting edge, you know, just barely at the mic. You'll be creating a tiny little micro bevel. So there you go. Thanks for watching this little video. Thanks for staying tuned to Canadian Cutting Edge. Good stuff coming very soon, and lots of really good stuff. If you've got any questions, comments, or anything, leave them down below in the comment section, or email me at canadiancuttingedge@gmail.com. And I enjoy getting your emails and your questions, your comments. I've been getting a whole lot of them lately, and I've been giving out, you know, these long answers on email. I might have to shorten some of the investment that I do in correspondence, but it's one of the favorite things that I like to do. So I do like to correspond with people who have genuine questions and want to know more, because I really like helping out, especially people who are fairly new to the knife hobby. I love to give you guys information to get you guys a good solid footing in the hobby. So till next time, remember guys, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb.